My first impression of Mike, I don't really remember, but I remember that he had really thick eyebrows. He still has thick eyebrows, and I have a thing for thick eyebrows. So I really was attracted to him first.
But I think our first real interaction, she made an insult at me, and then I quickly insulted her, and then I think she called me a name.
I did. I was like, wow, you have really thick eyebrows. And then he thought I was making fun of him because everybody makes fun of his eyebrows. And then he's like, said something mean to me. And then he thought I was, and then I thought he was mean. So we didn't talk for a long time after.
That was actually, I think, our first interaction. First impression, she wasn't very nice to me. That was our first impression, I think, actually. Yeah. Our first date was to a movie. It was about 4.5 years ago. We watched the movie Bewitched.
He asked me to go watch a movie with him. I'm like, what the heck? But then I thought it was just like, he was just trying to be friendly and get to know me better. But it was so stressful. Like, what is this? Is this a date?
Her first date is actually, I know, is going to be when we went to a wedding. And I asked her to go to the wedding, and because I wasn't sure whether or not she knew that our first date was actually our first date.
The first real date that we went to was when he asked me to go to a wedding with him, and that's my first wedding. And then he asked me if I wanted to dress up nice, and then I was like, oh yeah, I do. And then we went, and then it was really nice. And then that's when I realized that I thought I really liked him. So yeah.
Her best attributes, I think one is her patience with me. I don't know if she's always patient. I know she has her moments, but I think I'm the type of person that's not very easy to embrace fully, and her ability to be able to embrace all of me.
What do you think are Mike's best attributes?
Mike's best attribute, his eyebrows. I told you. I love his eyebrows, but I love his sense of humor. He always makes me laugh. And the other thing is he's very even and logical, and I'm like very emotional, and I just get really like emotional, but he always keeps me like even.
Her traits that are actually a lot of ways opposite of mine, that helps me change, because we're so opposite. I think we're able to see each other and learn from each other, and that and it really is, I know it's so cliche, but like we're a puzzle piece that actually fits, because where I lack, she has those things that I lack, and then vice versa.
And like throughout the whole like wedding preparation, like I got sick and I got all these bad things happen because I was so stressed out, but he really kept me grounded, and he always helps me look at God. You know, it's like, don't focus on me, focus on God. He always says that. So I think that is his best attribute, but physically it's his eyebrows. It's perfect.
Where do you see yourself with June in 50 years, on your 50th anniversary?
On our 50th anniversary, I would be...
He's going to be 80 something, like really old. But I know that he told me, I never met his grandparents before, but I remember he told me his grandpa always called his grandma sexy, which means like bride or young wife or something.
My model is like my grandparents, and to be able to even hold hands and still be able to call each other, my love or baby or whatever, even 50 years down the line. I think that's kind of special. That's kind of...
Yeah, I think we're gonna be really close, even when we're old.
Was it fate?
Fate? Was it fate? I don't know if I could call it fate, but one thing I can definitely say is that it was definitely God's plan for us to be together.
Well, not fate, but I think it was God's plan. It had to be, because God, I felt like, like I commented on his nice eyebrows and he thought I was making fun of him. And God really kept us away until we were really ready for each other. and when we really had that commission, and what we wanted to live for. And, I think God put us together for a reason, and He made everything possible, even this wedding, He made it possible because it's all part of His plan. So I'm just thankful.
That there was something else going on behind our relationship to set us up for the relationship, which means even now, as I look to our future, it's probably going to be much the same way. Even the things that we're not fully aware of now is setting us up for our future together and, the 50 years down the line.
Like I got to see him more and more, and like talk to him a little bit more, and then the more I got to know him, the more I liked him, and the reason I liked him more is because of the fact that he loved June, and if June loves him, I love him. So. I wouldn't marry him because she's marrying him, but no, he's a sweetheart.
There's the bustling done.
Hey, we're still naming our kids.
Shadrach. So, Mike, if you're first, you got Shadrach.
And then I got Meshach, and then Emerson's got Abednego.
But we all know that Jen's getting married last, so I'm going to get Meshach.
I'll take Abednego.
But just keep in mind that this is who God gave you to really reveal the gospel more to you. And just always remember that, and to receive real answers in the field. And you guys should be doing all right.